we're here with the Fuyat magazine, from the underground to the mainstream. You know my story, you know where I done had to come from and get to where I'm at now, but to be sitting right here. You all know, on the underground, it's pictured right there, Master Benny the Jet Arquidez, one of the greatest fighters on this planet. I mean, as a kid, he don't know, but to be having his photos up on my wall, to be collecting his books and emulating the moves that he motivates you to just, to have such a passion for the martial arts.
You know, it's just so the audience knows that I come from a background. My father was a professional boxer. My mother was a professional wrestler. There's 9 black belts in my family. There's 4 Dempsey in my family. So when kids had fire trucks at 3, I had boxing games.
Okay.
So at the age of 5 years old, I already boxed in puberty division. So it was kind of, I grew up I really grew up in the art of fighting.
Okay.
But as a kid, the way I was programmed, you know, I come from the streets.
Okay.
I come from the streets. I understand the streets real well.
Yes,
I come
sir.
from the streets, and in this, I had a chance to actually compete in the street with, you know, and there, people were trying to take my head out there because there is no rules, there was nothing. It was just a matter of survival.
Yes, sir.
But in there, at the same time, I learned that there's a lot of emotional stuff going on. I was raised, actually, when I was younger, my father taught me, you know, if you want respect, put fear in people. So I thought that was respect. So I put fear in everybody because I wanted respect. And then I realized it had nothing to do with respect. I would just they were just afraid of me, not because they respect me. And then I started realizing, what's my journey here? What's the really journey on this earth of what am I supposed to be doing here? And I realized that of all the fights that I've had, and it was not, you know, because I fought because I can, but my love for what I do, you know, is teaching. And so people that are watching this and you're listening, believe me, I understand the prosciutto heart. I understand, you know, coming from the other side of the tracks, whether you're coming from the projects and so forth. I've been there, done that. And so my family's been working with high-risk kids since I can remember. And high-risk kids means, you know what, single-parent kids, they're coming from kids that they only come from one parent and they're out in the street.
Right.
And in this, they have no guidance.
Right.
But I tell you, the power of having a knowing, and there is people care. And for me, I was angry at me. Really, that's what made me angry at the whole world, because I was angry at myself. I didn't like me, so I didn't like nobody.
Right.
And in this, it was just my family. But I started to realize, when I started to like who I was, I started to understand that, you know, hey, there is people there that do care. People really that want to help.
Yes, sir.
And this is where my family came in and started helping and working with these kids. But there is heroes out there. And if you only taste bitter, that's all you know. The moment you start to taste honey, now you have choices, because we all have choices. And this is a frame of thinking. Just remember one thing. What controls your mind controls your body, which houses your spirit. So therefore, if you put anger in your head, that's what you see, and that's what comes out of your mouth. But if you put love for what you do in your head, then that's all you see is nothing but love, and that's what comes out of your mouth. The art gives you exactly that. It teaches you not how to live your life, it gives you tools so you can live your life. And so, men that care, and you know, matter of fact, you can see this warrior here, warrior of a light, means that, you know what, he's just sharing his love. Because even if you paid him, and even if you paid me, you're just paying us to do certain things. What we choose to give you our essence for what we love doing. And this is what we're doing. We're sharing our love for what we do. And this is why I'm here, one of many. And together, collectively, believe me, there's a lot of us out there. So just think about that.
And you know, sir, what's so awesome is that when you were that kid that was creatively expressing yourself and knocking people out with jump, spin, back kicks, and making your uniforms and putting, you know, Benny the Jet on the bottom of your pants, and I was a little kid in the projects just trying to, like, dream and hope and new martial arts for something that felt inside my soul, you were my hero. You were one of the many people from the official karate magazines to the whatever magazines they had you in. You do not realize what your spirit was doing to help me be where I'm at right now. And I guess everything that I do today is to carry on the things that you don't know, that you and so many other guys like you did for me. And I guess that's what I want to do for every kid that's out there. I just want you to believe, man. You know, men cry. That's what we got to realize, you know. And whoever would believe that a kid from the hood would get a chance to be here with his idol, with his hero, with somebody that, you know, I'm sitting there holding a movie that you can go to the street and you show it and people are like, man, that's an awesome movie. And you're sitting there with a man that made everything today possible. So I say to you, man, I mean, because when we talk about struggle, let's stop thinking it's a ghetto thing. Struggle is a human thing. You can be at the highest level, at the lowest level, we all struggle. But as Master Benny said, if we have a passion to love and care and forgive, we can change the world. But first by changing the world from what's inside ourselves. So you have did it for me. And I know I never told you this. I mean, you just do not realize the spirit, my curriculum, the things that I do today, I can always share it back and say, yeah, I got this from Benny the Jet's book, or I got this from Benny the Jet movie, or I got this from what I read in Benny the Jet's magazine. And I know when I look at the UFC today, I know that if it wasn't for you having the courage to go out and express that anger, not on the street, but through, even though it was through a safe haven, but you put your anger and your passion out there, if you wouldn't have did that, we wouldn't be looking at what we see of UFC today. And they need to remember to give back the credit where the credit is due. To a great warrior like you, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. And all you viewers out there, just remember, without love, it goes nowhere.